Hello, everybody. Bill DeWar, your favorite realtor with Coldwell Banker. First of all, I want to say happy holidays and happy new year. It was a great 2022. Again, thanks to all of you. My business grew and continued in the right direction. So, thank you very much. So, that's the first thing. Second thing is, what in the heck is going on? I get that question a lot. What's 2023? Is it going to crash? All sorts of stuff like that. So I just kind of wanted to address that a little bit. I also will attach in this email a link below to Lawrence Yun, who's the chief economist for the National Association of Realtors, and he goes over a lot of this stuff with someone from Coldwell Banker who kind of held the interview or the Zoom call. So just some numbers real quick. I just want to give you some statistics. And this is nationally. In 2022, home sales were down 15% in 2022 from 2021. Home prices are up 10% from, in the last year from 2021 to 22. And the dollar volume is down. So is down 5%. So, if you add up all the homes that sold and it was 1 billion or whatever, it's 5% less this year. So we're trending down. The predictions nationally, this is Lawrence Yun, home sales will go down another 7% in 2023. So from wherever it was in 2021, down 15%, and then down another 7% in this next year. Home prices are probably going to hold. They're predicting they're going to go up like 1% or something like that. And then the dollar volume, again, the overall sales will also drop. Most of that is due because of the lack of inventory. I don't think it's going to crash. Mortgage rates were so low and the market is so crazy the last couple of years in terms of so if you bought a home on an FHA loan 2 years ago with 3% down and all you've been paying is interest, but you bought the home for, $300,000 or $500,000, whatever, it's worth more now, first of all. And your mortgage 2 years ago might have been 3%. So your value's gone up more than 3% on your home in the last 2 years. So most people will be able to break even if they lose their home or something like that. Now, obviously, there still might be some foreclosures. There's a lot of job layoffs right now with inflation and just the market. Some tech companies, real estate companies, stuff like that. They're kind of cutting back. They're slimming down. So again, some people might, but it's not going to be anything like it was in, 2007, 8, where there are 4 million homes nationally, and now there's 1 million. And new construction is a lot more difficult now than it was back then. There's a lot more restrictions and everything else like that. So I don't foresee there to be a huge dip nationally. And big reason is just, again, lack of inventory. People are still going to need to buy and sell. They're, unfortunately, there's going to be health issues or whatever that are going to cause older people or that can't go upstairs anymore to buy ranches. That's still going to happen. You're going to have an extra child or a relationship change, or you want to be near somebody. All those things are still going to happen in 2023. The last year or two was just so crazy because the mortgage rates were so low. So people were getting out of their 4% mortgage rates, getting into 2.5%. And, it was a growing family or someone got a job change. And then the biggest thing is once the inventory started dwindling, then people who were like, I'm going to move 2-3 years from now, maybe 5 years from now. And then their realtor would say, hey, just so you know, your home is worth, $600,000 and you thought it was worth $500. And they're going, wait, what? Oh, well, maybe we should move now. So then people were selling sooner than anticipated. And there was a lot of just craziness because of that. And it was, cheaper to buy a home because of the 2.5% interest rate that was under 3. So it's pretty crazy. So So those are some things that I'm thinking of, is that people are still going to move this next year, which is why they're saying that it's still going to go down, because there's just not the inventory, and people aren't going to be in a frenzy because mortgage rates are supposed to kind of hold or go down a little bit. They already have gone down from, whatever, 7.75% or whatever it was to 6.5%. Someone said the other day. So they're already coming back down a little bit, but from what I'm hearing is they're telling us that they're not going to drop back down suddenly. They're doing this to slow things down because of inflation and stuff like that. So the 2023 outlook, to me, there's going to be still lower inventory. There's still going to be people buying and selling. The spring market might be a little crazy. I shouldn't say crazy, but you'll get multiple offers again. I feel like if the home is updated and priced well, I still think you can get some multiple offers. Nothing like before where we were getting 13, I think the highest I had, I think, was like 13 or 14 offers. It's just ridiculous. But you might get multiple offers or 2 or 3 offers on a house in spring of 2023. Again, because there's not a lot of inventory. So people are still going to have to move, and those people, are going to have less to choose from. The good news is for sellers that most likely it's not going to be a 15-minute showing with 30 other people there, and how much over asking price do you want to sell? So here's some local statistics. Where we are currently, Lake Forest inventory's down, 41% from a year ago. So, again, lower inventory. The home prices in Lake Forest, average home price, way up. And that's just because there's been a shrinkage of inventory the last 2 years on the lower end. And then what's happened is it's slowly, gradually gone up. And I'd say the last 6 months, I feel like the most above 2-3 million has sold in Lake Forest in a long time. And the highest sales prices that I've seen. So, the upper end is definitely moving right now. So that has inflated some of the home sale price numbers. From a year ago to today, it's up 174% on the average sale price. So, again, because there's less and less, people are buying more and more. 2 years ago or whatever, before COVID, there were probably, 25 to 30, homes in the upper end above 3 million, and now there's 8. So it's really, really shrunk. So inventory is low, price is going to hold, and overall the rates are probably going to kind of stay where they are, maybe drop a little bit. So anyway, so there's my take on the market. So it's still a good market to buy if in terms of from March this year, where there's so much competition. So it's better, you'll have more time. Here's the thing, this is what people are starting to do, is that they're buying the rates, right, what they are right now. They're still able to buy for a better price, not way over asking. They're going to, offer asking or a little bit less, and then just refinance in a few years or a year or whenever it goes back down. The other thing, too, is people are doing the 7-year ARMs, which is, it's a fixed rate for 7 years, but then, it goes up and down and whatever. So that's what people are doing. Again, I'm not a lender. I'm not an expert on that stuff. This is kind of what I'm getting from a third party when this stuff's going on. So hope all this was helpful. If you have any other questions or anything like that, please feel free to reach out. I'd be happy to help you out in any way I can. Thank you all so much. Appreciate everything you do for me, and I look forward to a great 2023. If you know anybody that needs my help, as you guys know, if they just have questions or anything, I'm not gonna try and sell someone a house if they're not interested or if it's not a good move for them. So please keep me in mind. Be happy to advise, counsel, help purchase or help sell a house. Be happy to help in any way I can. So here's to a great 2023, and everyone hopefully gets some good rest and relaxation this holiday. And I'll see you next year. Take care.